Are you wondering what you should eat to help you have a healthy pregnancy?
Well, in the very beginning, I had a lot of food questions.
Or what kind of exercise you should do?
I do a lot of walking. I have a prenatal yoga video, but I haven't opened it yet.
And what about weight gain?
I'm not really sure on how much is a proper weight gain.
This video will help to answer those questions.
Hi, Adriana. Good to see you guys. How are you feeling?
Adriana Zuniga Hall is due to deliver her second baby this week. She was already carrying extra weight when she got pregnant. And like many women, she's gained more than the recommended amount.
27-pound weight gain so far this pregnancy.
So how much weight should you gain during your pregnancy? It depends on where you start. First, you need to know your body mass index, or BMI. You can get this number yourself by entering your height and weight into a BMI calculator on the internet, or you can ask your provider for help.
Is it okay if we look at your weight gain graph then?
Starting with the very first prenatal visit, you should talk to your provider about what your recommended weight gain is for your pregnancy.
The guidelines suggest that if you are obese with a BMI of 30 or above, you should gain between 11 and 20 pounds during your pregnancy. If you're overweight with a BMI of between 25 and 30, you should gain between 15 and 25 pounds. If you're normal weight with a BMI of 18.5 to 25, you should gain between 25 and 35 pounds. And if you're underweight with a BMI below 18.5, the guidelines suggest you gain between 28 and 40 pounds. It's important to stay within these guidelines because gaining too much weight during pregnancy can lead to complications for you and your baby.
For the mother, the risks of gaining too much weight during pregnancy include having a large baby, which may make her delivery more difficult or increase her risk of needing a C-section. Can also make it more difficult for her to take that weight off after delivery, and she may find it difficult to get back to her pre-pregnancy weight. For her baby, gaining too much weight may increase her baby's risk of becoming an overweight or obese child.
To help track your progress, ask your provider to review your weight gain during each prenatal visit.
I like when she goes over because she can explain it a little more versus me just looking at the chart.
Last time I was pregnant, I think I gained almost 50 pounds.
I'm in here, Timmy.
When he was in there. So this time I was trying to be more careful.
And you don't need to eat for two. In fact, you don't need any extra calories during the first trimester, and during the second and third trimesters, you only need 200 to 300 more calories per day.
It can be this little amount, like a banana with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, or a little carton of yogurt with some granola and fruits, or maybe a half cup of hummus with some veggie sticks and a few olives. Protein, fiber, and fats are all going to be more filling foods. It's a good idea if you can include some of those foods at every meal and every snack too. So the protein-rich foods are the nuts, seeds, beans, eggs, dairy products like cheese, cottage cheese, yogurt, and then fish, meat, seafoods. The fiber-rich foods are all your plant foods. So those include beans, nuts, seeds, your vegetables, your fruit, and then whole grains too. And then fat, we're gonna find those in oils, the avocado, butter, mayonnaise, and then some of those other foods I already mentioned too, like nuts, seeds, and then even dark chocolate.
The best way to get all the nutrients you need is to fill half your plate with vegetables and fruit. Include plenty of leafy greens and a variety of colors. Fill a quarter of your plate with a protein-rich food like salmon, and another quarter with a starch like corn on the cob. Another option for a healthy meal might be chicken with brown rice and broccoli. For a vegetarian option, try a stir-fry with tofu, lots of veggies, and rice or noodles. If you're eating out, choose a restaurant where you can order lots of vegetables, a protein, and whole grains. And watch portion size. You may be able to split one order into 2 meals.
I'm not calorie counting, I'm just trying to make sure to eat every few hours.
If you do find that you're gaining too much weight, you might want to start writing down what you eat. A Kaiser Permanente study finds that food diaries help people manage their weight more successfully.
Also think about avoiding extras from sweetened drinks like juice, soda, coffee drinks, fried foods, and desserts. And then stay hydrated. Water, decaffeinated tea, and decaffeinated coffee all work.
And be mindful of how you eat. It's best to sit down at the table and to avoid distractions like TV and computers. And start each day with breakfast. Some healthy options include old-fashioned oatmeal with fruit and nuts, or scrambled eggs with spinach and whole grain toast. And while eating healthy is important during pregnancy, it's also important to exercise.
Yeah, the recommendations for exercise during pregnancy are the same as for women who aren't pregnant, which means you should exercise for 30 minutes a day most days of the week. Some good examples of exercise during pregnancy are walking, swimming, and riding a stationary bike. You should try to avoid activities where you have a high risk of falling or trauma.
During her pregnancy, Adriana had a hard time exercising.
I have sciatica that comes when I get pregnant, so it's hard to walk for a long period of time, or just walking certain times can be painful.
Now that her son is a few weeks old, the pain has subsided, and Adriana is back to her routine of walking, trying to lose the extra weight she gained during her pregnancy. We hope this video has answered many of your questions about having a healthy pregnancy. But be sure to ask your provider about how this advice might apply to you.